Hello, it is I, the Great Taco, back with another mock review. This time, we got something a little more unique here. So this is the first of like 4 Dark Hunters that I have that are all much more unique looking. Well, not necessarily. This is the only mock I have with more than 2 arms. But, yeah, I'd say it's pretty good, to me at least. Basically, the next few videos will be just my random Dark Hunters that I've made. So, without further ado, I can't say his name. This is Tralios. So, yeah. Now, let's get started. So his legs are actually exactly the same as Cordax's, and this was mainly because I was lazy and didn't want to think of a new design. So aside from nothing down here, they're like exactly the same. And the pelvis is just a basic pelvis, nothing too special. Actually, this entire torso is nothing too special, aside from where the arms connect. It's pretty basic. Which was actually kind of my intention with this mock. I wanted it to look decent while being incredibly basic, which I'd say I succeeded in doing. And actually, since we're up here already, the arms are connected using these Nui Motorin limbs. Originally, I was going to use, like, for the upper ball joint for the arms, I was going to put on, like, a shoulder pad or something, but I realized, wait a minute, I could make a 4-armed mock with this. And, surprise, surprise, it ended up being one of my favorites of mine. Actually, I'm going to move on to the arms now. Before I move on to the head is the most interesting part of the mock, at least to me. This is really dusty, I haven't touched it in a while. I used a lot of Paraka parts on him, and that was mainly because I wanted it to be, like in my lore, he's kind of genetically engineered beyond what he should have been, so he's very, very odd, which is why he has so many, none of his limbs are cohesive. So he has this one that's like a praying mantis sort of deal, kind of like the sword here, or like what would be kind of the arm part of the mantis, and he kind of tucks that away behind him usually. Only saves it for the toughest of kills or something, I don't know. He's not very well fleshed out. This is literally just Hakan's leg, but with a different, like, I think Hakan, no, not Hakan, blanking on it, Vizok. This is basically just Vizok's leg, but this is inverted, and it's light blue instead of sand blue. Because I think that Visor used, used sand blue. I'll have to check that later. Some of you will know that better than I do. I don't own any of the Paraka. Man, this is really dusty. And then this is, I just used the same kind of connection point as I did over here. Actually, the limb that connects it to the piece that connects it to the body is exactly the same. It's just the dark blue Metru thigh or shoulder, however you would like to interpret that. Then I put my only Ben 10 piece on here. That does look pretty good. It's a very fluid piece actually. It's good, but I thought it worked, so I did it. This is kind of a basic arm, just like the other one up here. It's a hand, so yee. Now this arm is the most unique, or one of the more unique ones. One of these weaponized arms. It's like a cannon. The first time I got one of these wheel pieces, so it's like, hey, why not use this funky looking wheel as a gun? Because you know what else you're supposed to do with funky looking wheels other than make guns. So that's what I did. So yeah, also I used, for the elbow portion, I used this, detach his arm, make it easier to look at here. I take off this arm specifically because it's the only one that's actually custom built. So I used a Metru foot, or not a Metru foot, I'm stupid. This is a Mata foot in the 08-09 style. If anyone was wondering, actually, I wonder if I have any right here. The Mata feet from 08 to 09 were squared off here, whereas from like anything before that looked like this, so it was more rounded. So you can kind of see that. It's kind of see because of the color, the other one or the blue one. You can definitely kind of see the shape there. Definitely a very nice piece. And this wheel, I have no idea what it came on, but it's kind of cool. Now, as promised, the head will be the last part. Now, I actually used the Knight's Kingdom, when I read this, I used this Knight's Kingdom visor piece. I'm actually really proud of using this. It's made for an interesting mock, or an interesting head design, especially because he only has one eye. Just one. And it looks good, so kind of kept it. Let's see if I can get this back on without any issues. That went on mostly straight. No, it did not. I'll fix it later. It's my fault for taking it off. But he actually has 2 points of articulation in the neck. So he has the one that basically attaches to the body. Then there's one at the back, which actually connects the actual head to the neck. So if I wanted to, I could have his neck be like super long. But that was kind of weird, so I have it more like a normal head. The ball joint at the back is mainly so that he can articulate it better. So we can actually turn his head, because the upper arms do get in the way a lot when trying to pose his head. So yeah. Really, that's about it. On a final note, because as all Dark Hunters do, they have a code name. And I thought that his code name would be Arms. Because, you know, he has lots of arms. So, on the note of the worst pun I've ever made, see ya. Ciao.